Jump right in. All right, welcome back to Twin Terror. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And today we're going to talk about Chuck Mangione, the trumpet player.
Chuck Mangione, yes, a 70s superstar.
Yes, leave a comment in the comments if you listen to Chuck Mangione or if you have a favorite song that featured Chuck Mangione on the trumpet.
You know, we
know our audience knows who Chuck Mangione is.
Yeah, you know, we didn't get a lot of exposure. A lot of our musical
not to music, no.
In the 70s, it was mostly because our older sister had a stereo and with an LP player. So if you want to talk to us about Boz Scaggs or Chicago or the Doobie Brothers,
or now Doobie, Earth, Wind, or Fire. Yeah, but our father.
No. It was classic, and classic.
And by classic, he means easy listening. The stuff that, you know, like every once in a while they'd have a Beatles song on it, the station he'd listen to, but they muse-act it, turned into elevator music.
Yeah.
Or they got the Lawrence Welk singers to sing it. It's just like, it's not the same. My mom doesn't listen to music. She listens
she listens to talk radio. Yeah, let's just say Dave and I had a lot of catching up to do by the time we got to those early teenage years.
Yeah.
I think we're going to actually talk about a relative of his, Luigi Mangione.
But somewhere along the lines are probably relatives. Luigi Mangione, oh yes. Yeah, trumpet playing
Yeah. So for those of you who may or may not be aware, Luigi Mangione has been arrested and is allegedly the person who murdered the CEO of United Healthcare. And Dave's done a couple of readings on Tarot by the Bay. If you haven't seen it, check them out. They're wonderful readings. I'll have to check them out because I haven't watched them either.
Nobody in my family does. My wife doesn't even watch them.
But we were talking earlier on a previous video today. Today is Saturday, December 14th at 2:23 p.m. And one of the things I saw on Blue Sky was that they were saying that he's kind of become a meme because people are supporting him because he's like the little guy fighting back against the establishment, against the institutions. And people are tired of being treated poorly by the big institutions. And I kind of drew a parallel to Trump on that, where that was part of the reason why Trump appealed to so many voters, is because he was the anti-establishment candidate. Of course, now he's very much the establishment candidate. So
he was never, but yeah, he never was anti-establishment, but they wanted to believe it so badly that they will alter their worldviews to allow a billionaire to seem like he's one of them.
Yes, because he cares about them so much.
Clearly.
Yeah. So, well, let's take a look at the energy around Luigi Mangione and whether this is going to start a change. We had that domino reading last week. Is this a domino that's starting to fall where people are going to start pushing back against the quote unquote the establishment, if you will?
And in a number of videos, it's not every video. I don't always hammer it home, but in videos that I've done with MAGA in the past on my channel especially, I try to reason with people, this has never been a left versus right issue. This is a top versus bottom issue. This is the elites versus the non-elites. It's been that way for a long time. The analogy I use, it's the kids collecting the Halloween candy and the parents eating all the candy. And when the kids realize their candy is being eaten, instead of the parents fessing up saying they got caught, they blame the kid's sibling for stealing their candy. And while the kids are beating the snot out of each other because all their candy is being eaten, the parents are eating the rest of the candy, laughing at the stupidity and gullibleness of these kids, not realizing who's been hoarding all the resources the whole time. And the oligarchs in this country don't want us to realize that, because we outnumber them by a lot. And in French Revolution stuff, if we decide that, oh, we're tired of the lords of the land taking advantage of us, it's going to be head lopping off time. And there's very little, their money won't protect them at that point.
Yeah, there's 300 million of us.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we decide we want to take the power back, we have the numbers.
Yep.
Dave, I do have to confess.
Yes.
I would probably, as a kid, I probably would have filled your Three Musketeers bars if you weren't looking.
Oh, yeah. Our parents, well, when I used the candy thing, I'm not kidding about that. That absolutely happened to us as kids. And I can tell you this day, it's like, we get a little bit of the crappy stuff put in our lunch. And everyone's like, and mom's like, oh, all the candy's gone. It's like, what are you talking about? We haven't gotten any of our chocolate bars yet. No, it's all gone. You ate them all. Lovely. Parents lying to you as a kid. Like trust. So if you wonder why I have trust issues, there you go. We'll let you lead off while I deal with my trust issues.
Yeah, go downstairs and see if you can filch a Three Musketeers bar. So for entertainment purpose only, let's take a look at the energy around Luigi Mangione and how people are looking at this.
Well, I play some Chuck Mangione in the background.
Yeah.
And we get our video taken down for a music strike.
Yeah, he was he was a horn player, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so the foundation of the reading, King of Pentacles. Yeah, so as Dave mentioned, it's not left versus right. This is the upper 10%, upper 5%, upper 1% of the folks, looking down and holding all the things of value on the other 98% of us. The challenge is the Wheel of Fortune. Right now, you might not have noticed, but we're really living in interesting times. And the traditions that we have enjoyed in the past are starting to change and go away. We're definitely going through change right now. In the go-go 80s, the whole goal was to get a whole bunch of money and be a yuppie. I kind of think that some of that's changing because now it's the goal is just to survive. We keep lowering the expectation of what it is that we're seeking here. We're not trying to get BMWs right now. We're just trying to get food on the table. Underneath it is the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, Dave, you love this card because it's the King of Pentacles. You got all the wealth up here on top, and they're giving little pennies and calling it justice to the people below them.
What was that economic policy that our president elected in 1980 instituted?
I believe it was called the supply side or trickle down.
Yes, it's where all the money stays up top, and they'll create a bunch of jobs, and it'll all come trickling down. Yeah, and when they meant trickle, they meant trickle.
Yeah,
they didn't mean flooding down.
Yes, not gushing down.
Yeah.
In the past, we got the Nine of Swords. It's just the anxiety people have. I see it in the comments section where people are very concerned about their Social Security and their Medicare and the cost of their insulin. And Trump's already threatening a whole bunch of this, and the big healthcare providers, they're not always very responsive to the folks at the bottom of the food chain, if you will, or the financial ladder. I worked in healthcare. The billing in healthcare is absolutely insane how they do it. They just basically mark everything up 10 times, waiting for the insurance company to adjust it back to a price where they feel they can make money. And that's great if you got insurance, but if you have to pay for this out of pocket, my God, they're going to absolutely take financial advantage of you. And that causes people a lot of stress. Current energy is the Three of Pentacles. This could be the people, the executive branches, if you will, of the various major organizations are now starting to talk. And they're looking at what has happened here with Mangione and the CEO of United Healthcare. And I apologize, I don't have his name at the top of my mind right now.
I mean, Brian Thompson, the name nobody cares to remember.
Yes, I guess so. I mean, to his family and the people that he was close to, we certainly don't endorse this. He might not have had anything to do with this, but it's that whole establishment. It's that whole.
This is a metaphor for a much larger problem.
Yeah,
going on with this society.
Yeah, that strategic direction they seem to be going. Profits over people. But in the background, they're talking about this and they're looking at this. And, we'll see what happens. Overarching energy. Oh, that's not a great card. Overarching energy has been, the folks on top, keeping all the resources for themselves.
Yeah.
And once again, your health is important to me, but I'm going to give you just enough resource so that you can limp along and keep the rest for myself. The lesson to be learned is we have a choice. Two of Swords. We have choices to make. We make choices. You could take care of people, the people who support your company and who if you look at your mission statement, I'm pretty sure your mission statement doesn't say keep them limping along at the lowest minimum health that allows them to move forward and then keep all the rest. I'm pretty sure that's not on the mission statement. Outcome is the Seven of Swords. Having to there may be more of this coming. I think is what this is saying is that people are tired of being taken advantage of, and this we're talking about dominoes falling. This could very well be a domino that's falling, and I want to take a look at this card right here. Yeah, underneath the kind of the clarifier. The kind of the legacy card, all of the things of value, you can't just ignore the old people and the young people and keep all the money for yourself. You have to give it back in order for society to thrive.
Or else you're going to get a French Revolution 2.0. You will get another revolution. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when.
Yep.
And I look at that and it's just like, your Three of Coins, that's how are they conspiring to keep the money with the oligarchs that they don't want to let go.
Yep.
And the only way you're going to get that money back is to fight and take it back.
Yep.
That's the only way that you're going to get this.
The other thing that Ten of Pentacles, it's about taking care of your family. These
generations.
Yeah, exactly. These healthcare companies, it's not about making profit. It's supposed to be about taking care of the families, the people that are paying the premiums.
Oh, but it's all about profit, as we all know at this point.
God, you just kind of, if you could do like a DNA testing of all the CEOs and see how much Ferengi is in each of the CEOs.
Well, the way the American business is set up, and I haven't always been cynical about it, but I heard something that made sense to me. You have to be a certain kind of sociopath to be the CEO of a company. You have to be able to stick the knife in on somebody when you need to give yourself a leg up. Put your foot on that knife so you can be higher than everyone else, and just fight your way to the top. And they're all the same breed of piranha or shark, if you will.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of one of my favorite Christmas movies is A Christmas Carol. And Fezziwig was the type of person that you want as your boss. He was very generous. He was very accommodating. He cared about his people. And, Ebenezer Scrooge and Marley were more what Dave was just describing as, that modern CEO that'll stick the knife in to make money. And, it's who would you rather be? Would you rather be Fezziwig or would you rather be Scrooge?
Following up on this one, when I did my original reading, I got the full Swords Court, which is amazing.
Oh my God.
I got the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. of swords in there, and I had another one too. Um, and the Page of Swords was the overarching energy. And it's like, it's a young person going out doing this. And at the time I said, he could have made some mistakes. If he doesn't make mistakes, he's not getting, they won't catch him. They did catch him.
Yeah.
And he did make mistakes. Mistakes would be, he bought a water and a protein bar from a Starbucks. And they could trace the camera on it. They saw which garbage can he put it in. So now they've got like DNA maybe from the water bottle, and maybe fingerprints that they could match. Does that mean he pulled the trigger? No, but it's somebody who matches the description of the shooter, was seen there and doing that, and happened to be him. The backpack, which was unusual. The backpacks, apparently, it's a very upscale backpack, and they have serial numbers in them. And allegedly, or purportedly, the president of the company of that backpack contacted authorities to say, hey, if you give me the serial number, we can give you supply chain data to tell you where we sold that backpack to, and maybe even who that backpack got sold to. So there could be a lot of stuff that links this guy to that crime. If he still had the gun, the 3D printed gun apparently that he used on him when he got arrested, that's probably going to be it. But there's going to be people in the jury that are not going to be inclined to find this guy guilty. That's where you're going to run into a problem. You're going to have a very sympathetic jury in this case. And you have to be able to link this guy. I mean, having all that stuff to put him around the area, it's not a crime to buy a drink from Starbucks, to own a backpack and discard the backpack in Central Park, to match the description of the shooter. It all seems to indicate, now the question is reasonable doubt, whether or not he was the shooter. Do I think he's the shooter? Yeah, likely he was. There's way too much coincidence going on, and it looks like him. But will they get the conviction? That might be a difficult thing. He's got a former New York prosecutor is now going to be his lawyer representing him in this case. The family already has a lawyer. So there's going to be money thrown at this one. So it's going to be, as Hawk from TikTok threw out there, it's the two things that the wealthy Republicans, they don't want gun control, and they don't want unfettered wealth, healthcare for everyone. And now somebody with a 3D printed gun shot a wealthy person with a 3D printed gun, shot a wealthy person who gouged people's health. Which side do they choose?
Yeah.
Do they suddenly want gun control? And I was looking up on my phone. I believe his name is Andrew Whitty, is the CEO, and he doubled down more on this.
Yeah.
Basically said that we're not changing anything. We're doing things the right way. Brian Thompson was exactly what the healthcare industry needs. Man, you're not getting the message. And this was a wake-up call. Mangione, will his case go to court? I'm going to start with that one. Will his case go to court? Not asking if he'll be convicted, just asking if he's going to go to court. Because maybe a trial starts, because maybe he plea bargains before that. But will this case actually go to court? Two of Swords, that's not decided yet. But this is the card of the courts, innocent or guilty. We've got the Six of Coins. Again, you have the oligarchical money. You got the Three of Wands, things coming up, waiting for your ship to come in, and people trying to work, making a living. If it goes to court, and the Four of Swords, things go quiet on this one. This case is going to take a long time. I mean, the 3-1, there's going to be court case. He's going to be extradited. He's going to be brought back to New York. They're going to arraign him on charges. I don't know if they'll have to do a grand jury. I imagine they will have to do a grand jury on this to arraign him on charges. But he'll be brought up on charges. I see that coming. And then It literally is going to be, with these cards, is it going to be worth it? Can they get the conviction? This is, to me, like, can we get the conviction or can we get a plea bargain? So I think they're going to try and work a plea bargain on this one, simply because they know that they've got enough evidence to convict. They don't know if they can get the jury to do it. Why don't you throw on a jury sentiment? Will jury sentiment be a difficult thing for the prosecutors to win?
Okay, so I'm just gonna. Will he be found guilty?
Well, no, don't ask. Just ask. Will they be able to get? Because if they don't think they can get a jury, they may not try the case. The jury. It's really going to rest on the jury.
Okay, can they get a fair jury? Do the prosecutors feel they can get a fair jury?
They feel they can get a jury that will have them find this guy guilty.
Okay.
I think we've hit the nail on the head there, right?
Exactly.
Good luck.
Not a great situation. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Lots of money involved in this.
Yeah.
And a lot of swords involved in this. Okay, so
there's a lot. Oh God, look at that.
Okay, so it's there's a lot of anxiety about how they're feeling about a potential jury trial on this. They got the main qualifier is the Queen of Pentacles. I think what they're thinking is people are going to show a lot of sympathy to this guy's plight. Who's
that Page of Pentacles? Think of a literary figure that they've actually compared him to. He's a modern day Robin Hood.
Robin Hood?
Yep.
Ah. Yeah.
And who's on the other side? The wealthy. Modern day Robin Hood, stealing from the wealthy and giving back to the poor.
Yeah. To me, it's like, he was trying to take care of his health. He had some back surgery, and apparently he was in a lot of pain. And I don't know if the surgery didn't go well, but I think there's going to be a lot of sympathy for him. And like to your point, they're looking at, here's this young guy who's got his whole life in front of him, and he's in debilitating pain. And, you got all the rich trappings of the CEOs who are just not showing any kind of care or concern. And they don't feel that they got the Eight of Swords. They don't see a good way through the whole voir dire process to get a fair jury. So I think they're really going to try and push for a plea bargain, because I just have a hunch that they're afraid they're going to get that one jury or two jury people that
hang it. They'll hang that jury. That jury will get hung. And again, they may even get a jury that acquits them.
Yeah, and it's not just for the gentleman that got shot and killed. Or his family, but it's. I'm not going to say it's like the OJ trial, because that's really
that's exactly where I was going to go. That's exactly where I was going with it just now. Just thinking about that, it's like the OJ trial where he got acquitted, and we all know he did it. He even wrote a book saying he did it. Yeah. Although it was a hypothetical book.
Yeah, hypothetical.
Of course he did.
Yeah, if I had done it.
Yeah. But the community was so upset with how the police had treated them that they were going to take this victory, and even though it was unjust to the victim.
Yep. Victims in that case.
And a lot of changes happened in the LA Police Department because of it. But, a murderer walked free. And in this case, people are so angry. I wouldn't want to be the one trying to find the right jury to get this guy convicted. I think they will probably have plenty of evidence to link him to this crime. Yeah. And if they could, have the jury be nothing but judges, no jury trial, just the judge decides, they'll be fine. But if this goes in front of a jury, that's going to be a tough sell.
On that.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough sell.
Okay. Well, so for entertainment purposes only, thank you for watching Twin Tarot.
Yeah. And it might just be one of the things that helps them is the longer this case dwells before they go to a jury trial, the better the chance that the prosecutors have that the emotional relation to the alleged shooter goes down.
Yeah.
Because they forget about that. They forget about their anger with the healthcare industry or something along those lines, and like rooting for the shooter in this case, because basically the shooter became a folk hero.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you very much for watching this video and supporting our channel. We appreciate it.
If you like this, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment. I read them all. I respond to as many as I can. And subscribe. We'll wake you up every night, midnight Pacific time, with a new video.
And at the end of the video, if you lasted this long,
yes, you get the benefit of a secret card. Today's secret card is the star card.
Yep. So
all about that star power. And right now, like in this guy's case, he's grabbing headlines and he's making news, and there's a lot of sympathy for him.
Yep.
So
you'll forgive me for just indulging my humor. And again, Hawk from TikTok had thrown this one out there. There's a bunch of memes that do come out of there that it's a dark thing, but it makes me giggle. Like Burger King sent something out that says, "We don't snitch," because he was found in McDonald's.
Because he was at McDonald's having a.
He was at McDonald's and he got ratted out, and Burger King's like, "We don't snitch," and it's like, oh my God, that's terrible, but it's brilliant.
It's too soon.
I know right now, if I was going for a burger and I had a choice between McDonald's and Burger King, I know where I'm going. I'm going to a place that don't snitch.
Last time I went to McDonald's, I ordered 2 large fries for my wife and I. It was $11 for 2 large fries. Dear God in heaven.
Yeah, I haven't been to McDonald's in a long time.
Yeah, I'm not going back. Good grief.
Yeah, I guess those 50-cent McDonald's gift certificates at the holidays aren't going to get you very far, are they?
Or book at 10 for $5.
Yeah, might almost get you small fries. All right, everyone. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care.
Bye.